Well, first of all, to anyone listening to this video, and you don't live in Allen, you don't work in Allen, you don't have business in Allen, I'd invite you to come to Allen. Allen's a great place to work, to live, shop, dine, and be entertained. With that being said, the reason I am applying to continue to serve the community as a member of the City Council is for three reasons. Number one is I think it's very important that we make sure that every member of the community has a voice. Number two is I believe we should have a safe, resilient, and vibrant community. And number three is that we should be good stewards of taxpayer resources. In my years of service to the community in different capacities, whether it's on the Community Emergency Response Team, working with our youth, or serving as the president of the Community Development Corporation, or even most recently as the chair of the Downtown Steering Committee, I believe that uniquely positions me from day one to start serving the community and start listening to all citizens, regardless of where they live. The City Council is a part of a team. In the case of Allen, you're a part of a 7-person team, and it's important to understand that you are not just one individual, you're part of a team. You're also really critically, you are there to also help oversee city management. In our case, we have a city manager who has a staff, and they've done a great job over the years in serving different departments. But I would say most critically, your job as City Council is to be ears for the community. People have come to Allen, they've opened their businesses at Allen, they're raising families, or establishing businesses, and they want to know that this is going to be a community that they live in. And so, again, it's my number one priority is to make sure that I listen to people, and I think that's the most critical role of council is to listen to the people who live there and work there. My top policy priorities focuses on a couple different areas. First of all, is I want to make sure that we look at our strategic plan. We have an outstanding strategic plan, and I want to make sure that we start establishing some metrics to tie to that plan. We've got 5 goals. We have about 20 plus objectives, and right now we don't know where we are necessarily on where we are in that. Other thing I'd like to do to ensure that we have a transparent finances for taxpayers is to start participating in the Comptroller's Transparency Stars program. A lot of people would be happy to know we are very transparent with how we spend our money, but we right now don't participate. We're one of the few cities that don't participate in the transparency program. So I'll look forward to focusing on that. And the other thing I think is really critical to all of that is bringing in the voice of the community into the city strategic planning. Every January, the city leadership and city council sit down to talk about where we are on the strategic plan. But one of the things we don't do as a part of that process is ask, where are we? And have a gut check. Where are we with regard to the community? And so one of the things I would like to do is articulate and develop a policy where we reach out to the community before that plan. It'd be a quick pulse serve, what's working, what's not working, and what could we do different, and incorporate that into our strategic planning efforts. I think that's a really outstanding question as far as how do we measure success for Allen? And that's where I would say we have opportunities for improvement right now. Again, the city leadership, the city staff, city council have developed a strategic plan. And that's always a critical first step in measuring success. We have 5 goals. We have over 20 objectives that we're aligned at. The question is where are we in achieving those goals? Where are we in achieving those objectives? And I think one of the things that every citizen should be able to do is to open up on a dashboard and get a good sense of where we are, and not only where we are, but also where are we going and how are we going to apply their tax resources to that. And so that will be the area that I look to work with the city manager as well as the city council in developing. It's critical, and it is so critical for us to understand the Allen community includes different population sets. It includes residents that have come there to live, but it also does include business owners and other business entities who want success, and that it's really critical. And one of the neat things that Allen has done over the years is tied into the Chamber of Commerce, which is a great partner. We have an Economic Development Corporation that's tied into our business. We have our CVB, and so I think it's continuing to grow that relationship with those different partners, and also even within those, the individuals within it. So for example, in the Allen Chamber of Commerce, we have a young professionals group, and they're the future. And one of the things we should be looking at is how do we grow that young professionals group, and how do we help them understand how the city of Allen operates, so that way there's a trusting relationship and they see, man, this is a great place for Allen, and not only stay in Allen, but grow their business in Allen. There are a lot of exciting things happening in Allen right now, and again, if I can't emphasize enough for people who don't live in Allen, come dine in Allen, come shop in Allen, come be entertained in Allen. There's a lot of exciting things happening in Allen. First of all, we are at a very interesting inflection point. Allen is on its last frontier on 121. In the next 5 to 10 years, we will have no more land, and so we have a lot of growth, economic growth happening right now up there, the farm, and that's really exciting. I think seeing that transform. I also think right now another exciting thing is we have the downtown that we're in the process of revitalizing. I was very fortunate to serve on the Downtown Revitalization Committee. I was selected to serve as the chair of that committee, and we're going to see here in the next few years a really revibrant downtown. I don't think you're going to find a downtown in Collin County or even Dallas County that's as vibrant and successful, that ties its heritage as well as its future together. And so I think there's a lot of really exciting parts coming to Allen, regardless of where you live in the city.